Nationalist Socialist Council of Nagaland (IM) takes a dig on the government of India, blaming it as responsible for delay into the solution of the Naga political issue. NSC and IM accuses Union government of playing divide tactics with the Nagas by signing two separate agreements. On Monday, Supreme Court issues notices to the Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Law and Justice and Chief Election Commissioner on plea seeking direction to conduct the elimination exercise in four northeastern states, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur and Nagaland. In the wake rise in COVID and monkeypox cases and ongoing negotiation with government, Nagaland In-Service Doctors Association decides to keep its agitation in abeyance till further notice. NIDA, however, stands firm on its demands over the superannuation age issues. Several Congress leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, detained for protesting against Enforcement Directorate summons issued to party President Sonia Gandhi in the National Herald case. Meanwhile, Sonia Gandhi appears before the ER for the second round of questioning in money laundering case on Tuesday. With the much-awaited auction for the 5G telecom spectrum commencing on Tuesday, Reliance Jio, Adani Group, Bharti Airtel and Vodafone Idea emerged as the four major participants in the auction. The Union Cabinet recently approved 5G spectrum auction through which spectrum will be assigned to bidders to provide 5G services across nation. Hello and welcome to Nltv's English News Now. I am Johanna Muri and now we'll have a look at the news in details. In what continues to be a long embroiled issue for a Naga community with far-flung critics and opinions over the decade-old impending issue on Naga peace talks, Nationalist Socialist Council of Nagaland (IM), through a press release on Monday, took a dig on Government of India, blaming it as responsible for a continued delay in the solution of the Naga political issue. Clarifying on the delay for a solution on the Naga-Indo peace talks, NSC and IM expressed discontentment on false perceived cause of delay to the very issue that could capsule the fight and demand for a separate state of its own accorded right. NSC and IM added that Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha became the jolting factor which questioned creation of a separate flag and constitution when the two demands were integral part of the framework agreement signed between the central government and the NSC and IM, claiming that neither former Indian government interlocutor of Naga peace talks, Saran Ravi, nor the current interlocutor, A.K. Mishra, have denied on a demand for a flag and a constitution. According to the release, India, with its aired approach, have become a dividing key player amongst the land. As per the statement released, two different aspects have been stated, one that of the agreed position and the other of the framework agreement, and questioned Indian government for making two different issues on the same context. It went on to maintain that Government of India should make it clear which of the two agreements would be used for the final agreement. On Monday, Supreme Court issued notices to the Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Law and Justice and Chief Election Commissioner on a plea seeking direction to conduct the elimination exercise in four northeastern states, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur and Nagaland. This notice was issued as per the Representation of People's Act 1950. Meanwhile, the plea was filed by the Delimitation Demand Committee. Furthermore, the plea has also sought direction to constitute the Delimitation Commission in terms of provision under the Delimitation Act 2002 and Section 8A of the Representation of the People's Act 1956. In addition, the petition contended that the delimitation exercise has not been carried out for the last 51 years in the stated states. Notably, delimitation is the process of demarcation of the boundaries of parliamentary or assembly constituencies. This process is carried out every few years to ensure that each constituency has approximately an equal number of voters to ensure that a set of voters have one representative in the Lok Sabha as well as in the assemblies across the country. With the rise in COVID and monkeypox cases and the ongoing negotiation with the government, Nagaland In-Service Doctors Association decided to keep the agitation in abeyance till further notice. Notably, Core Committee on Superannuation took the decision keeping in mind public health interest. However, the association firmly stated that their demands for a 62 years for all with no other criteria would continue. Meanwhile, NIDA appealed to the State Cabinet to review its earlier decision on the superannuation issue to avoid further confrontations. The Southern Angami Youth Organization on Monday initiated road repairing works over growing concern of poor road conditions. Heavy downpour of monsoon rain has led to constraints of daily activities on the national highway route to Pisama to Khuzama village of Kohima district. The 26-kilometer long road repair task began on Monday from Pisama village, with the local youths assisting in filling the potholes with the help of machineries contributed by the executive members of SAYO. Clearance of drainages and mudslides were further carried out during the repair. NH connect many other villages and district while serving as the main gateway to Manipur state. As per the statement received, SAYO had issued an ultimatum to National Highway and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited in February 2022 on the long-due negligence towards the highway route. The last public repairments of the roads were undertaken in November 2021, but the preceding areas came to a halt after Hornbill Festival commenced, with no work in sight till date. Efforts have been made by Kohima Bench, which filed a suo motu public interest litigation against parties including NHID cell for delay in completion of road projects. Dimapur Municipal Council Administrator Albert conveyed a meeting for intensive revision of the electoral role of Municipal Council on July 27 at the Deputy Commissioners Conference Hall, Dimapur, upon which BJP Congress, National Congress Party, National People's Party, Naga People's Front, Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party, Janata Dal United and the Rising People's Party have been requested to attend the meeting. Nagaland on Monday reported 16 fresh COVID-19 cases and pushed the active case load to 101. Notably, 6 new cases were reported in Dimapur, 4 each in Kohima and Woka, and 1 each in Mokokchung and Mon. Meanwhile, the cumulative COVID-19 case load in Nagaland rose to 35,709, while death toll remained unchanged at 762. It may be mentioned that the state cumulative recoveries also increased to 33,335, with 7 patients recovering from the disease in the last 24 hours. On the sidelines, India reported 16,866 new COVID cases and 41 patients succumbed to the infection. Nagaland Disaster Management Authority has issued warning that Nagaland will experience widespread rainfall in the next few days as a result of strong lower-level southwesterly winds from the Bay of Bengal to northeast India from July 27 to 29. Widespread rainfall accompanied with thunderstorm, lightning, heavy to very heavy rainfall is expected in isolated places in the state. Further, NSDMA states moderate rainfall with thunderstorm and lightning could occur from July 26 to 28 in the districts of Kifri, Kohima, Longleng, Mokokchung, Mon, Peran, Phek, Tuinsang, Noklak and Woka. In this connection, the NSDMA has advised the public to take precautionary measures and exercise caution from lightning strikes and gale winds, which may cause disruption to road transport, communication and other infrastructures. It urged the public to be vigilant and requested to take shelter under large trees, not to take shelter under large trees or picnic near riverbanks to prevent unnecessary risk of life from lightning and flash floods. BJP Meghalaya, while defending party leader Bernard N. Marak, accused of running a brothel in Tura town, claimed that he was framed and that charges against him should be dropped. Notably, the police on July 23rd rescued 6 minors and arrested 73 people from a farmhouse allegedly owned by Marak, upon which the state BJP President Ernest Maury clarified that the first floor are let out as homestays and the second floor houses a hostel for underprivileged children from Garo Hills. Maury also added that Bernard has been supporting them financially. As such, Maury asserted that bargaining this resort a brothel is highly objectionable and unacceptable. The party further lamented that Marak appeals to be victims of political vendetta and requested the government to protect Marak and withdraw the politically motivated charges against him. Meanwhile, the Congress called for an independent investigation into the matter and stated that care must be taken to ensure evidence are not tampered with. The National Council for Education Research and Training approved social studies textbook of class 3 in Meghalaya has received criticism on social media platforms over misinformation of northeastern states. As per the context of the textbook on its states, its capitals and language spoken, Nagaland speaks Nepali, Bengali and Hindi instead of the English and Nagamese, while it alleged that the official spoken language of Meghalayas are Bengali, Nepali and Marathi instead of Khasi or Garo. Reportedly, the textbook co-authored by Dr. Dhananjay Joshi and Neelam Jain. Besides Nagaland and Meghalaya, it mentioned that the language spoken in Arunachal Pradesh are Bengali, Nepali and Hindi, and Assamese, while in Manipur, languages spoken are Manipuri, Nepali and Hindi. Based on misinformations on the Northeast region, the student body of Arunachal Pradesh and Khasi Students Union has filed an FIR against the authorities. Meanwhile, the book was published by the Bright Star Book International, 521 Vasant Kunj, New Delhi 10110070. Mizoram's lone BJP MLA Budha Than Chakma was on Monday sentenced to 1 year in prison in a corruption case. Notably, 12 other leaders were also convicted for embezzling rupees 1.37 crore of Chakma Autonomous District Council between 2013 and 18. It may be mentioned that all of them were members of the CADC when the corruption took place. Meanwhile, in addition to 1 year imprisonment, the convicts will also have to pay a fine of 10,000 each, and failure to pay will result to simple imprisonment for another 30 days. Assam on Monday reported 14 new Japanese encephalitis case and 2 more deaths. Notably, the state's total death tally has been increased to 266, while the death toll climbed up to 41. It may be mentioned that both the deceased were from Hailkandi district. Meanwhile, all district has informed the district rapid response team to acute encephalitis syndrome and JE. All over SOPs and guidelines are being also followed for detection. Meanwhile, management and referral. The Boxing Federation of India detained Lavlina's coach Sandhya Gurung to train her as part of Commonwealth Games 2022. Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist boxer Lavlina Borgohain on Monday took social media to share her ordeal, where she alleged that she had been going through mental harassment due to the coaches being frequently changed. Lavlina in her tweet said that the coaches who helped me win the Olympic medals were removed, which hindered my training process. Later, Lavlina mentioned that she does not want this politics to ruin her career, Commonwealth Games, and to break through this politics and win a medal for the country. Rahul Gandhi was detained by Delhi police on Tuesday for leading a sit-in protest on Rajpath. Rahul Gandhi and other Congress MPs were protesting against the summoning of Sonia Gandhi by Enforcement Directorate over National Herald case. Rahul and scores of Congress MPs also protested against targeting of opposition leaders by prop agencies, price hike and imposition of GST on essential goods. After a standoff of almost half an hour, police lifted Rahul Gandhi and other MPs into a bus and freed them away. Rahul reacted strongly by commenting that India is police state and PM Modi is a king. Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge also commented that PM Modi and Amit Shah are trying to destroy opposition parties and silence their voices. Kharge asserted that they will not be afraid or back down, but will continue to fight.
यहाँ पे सारे सांसद आए, हाँ, और उन्होंने महंगाई की बात की, हाँ, और बेरोजगारी की बात की, और ये हमें यहाँ बैठने नहीं दे रहे, हाँ, अंदर बात नहीं करी जा रही है, डिस्कशन नहीं अलाउड है, हाँ, और यहाँ पे हमसे अरेस्ट कर रहे हैं। हाँ, तो आप जिस तरह से मैन हैंडलिंग की गई और राष्ट्रपति से नहीं मिल सकते, संसद में अपनी बात नहीं कह सकते, जो स्थितियां बनी हुई है उस पर आप क्या कहेंगे? वो तो है, हिंदुस्तान की स्थिति है, पुलिस स्टेट है, वो तो सच्चाई है। अगर मोदी जी राजा है, पुलिस स्टेट है, सांसद अगर राष्ट्रपति से नहीं मिल सकते तो क्या होगा, ये आप मुझे बताइए। मीडिया को भी काफी दूर रखा गया प्रोटेस्ट मार्च के दौरान।
Shiv Sena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi on Tuesday moved suspension of business notice in Rajya Sabha. The notice had been moved under Rule 267 to discuss the misuse of the primary investigation agencies such as the Enforcement Directorate, Central Bureau of Investigation and Income Tax by central government for political agenda. Chaturvedi stated that she had given a notice under Rule 267 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Council of State, as their intention is to move to the motion for the suspension of business rules on July 26, 2022.
267 जैसे लोकसभा में एडजॉर्न मोशन होता है कि सबसे अहम मुद्दा है, और इससे अहम मुद्दा क्या होगा कि जब आप गरीब की थाली में पेट में लात मार दी है आपने, हम दूध दही पे चर्चा करना चाह रहे हैं, महंगाई पे चर्चा करना चाह रहे हैं, तो कल हमारे 4 सांसदों को सस्पेंड कर दिया क्या? ये किस तरह की दादागिरी है? ये लोकतंत्र है कि राजतंत्र है? आज भी हम लोग कंटिन्यू, आज मैडम को भी मैं कहूंगी कि ईडी के तहत बुलाया इसलिए जा रहा है ताकि हम सदन में जो जेन्युइन मुद्दे हैं, लोगों से जुड़े हुए मुद्दे हैं, महंगाई से, बेरोजगारी से, युवाओं से, अग्निपथ से जुड़े हुए मुद्दे हैं, उनको ना उठाएं। ना हम कल डरे थे, ना आज डरेंगे। 267
Supreme Court on Tuesday agreed to hear a fresh plea of Uddhav Thackeray's camp on August 1. The plea seeks a stay on the proceedings before the Election Commission of India on Eknath Shinde's group claim for recognition as real Shiv Sena. Appearing to the Thackeray group, senior advocate Kapil Sibal mentioned on hearing before a bench of Justice of India N.V. Ramana that matters are pending before the Supreme Court. In the meantime, they are trying to make the matters inferious by moving Election Commission. Congress on Tuesday urged West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee to sack State Minister Partha Chatterjee from his opposition of Industry and State Parliamentary Affairs Minister immediately. Notably, a probe is underway against the minister's involvement in the alleged School Service Commission scam. Meanwhile, BJP leader Amit Malviya on Tuesday took a jibe at Mamata Banerjee for trying to save Partha Chatterjee by furnishing misleading report. In addition, Malviya accused the Chief Minister of West Bengal for using West Bengal government-run SSKM Hospital of Kolkata for fabrication. It is to be noted that Minister Partha Chatterjee was earlier admitted in SSKM, but the Calcutta High Court had ordered the transfer of the leader of AIMS, Bhupeshwar. At the meantime, when reports from AIMS were released, it stated that the leader was doing fine, following which the opposition leaders have targeted the SSKM hospital and the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee for fabrications. Citing the ongoing surge in COVID cases in the country, the Minister of State for Home Affairs, Nityanand Rai, on Tuesday announced that Lok Sabha Census 2021 will be postponed till further notice. Notably, the first phase of Census 2021 for the house listing and house census, along with updating the NPR, was scheduled to be held from April to September 2020, but they postponed indefinitely due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has tested positive for COVID-19. According to the Chief Minister's Office of Bihar, Chief Minister Kumar has been keeping unwell and was showing symptoms for the past 2 or 3 days, following which he got tested on 25th July and results have turned out positive. Furthermore, this is the second time that he had tested positive for COVID. Earlier, the Chief Minister has tested positive in January. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister has isolated himself at home and has also asked people who recently came in contact with him to get themselves tested for COVID-19. Tuesday marks the 23rd anniversary of Kargil War. On this occasion, the entire nation remembered the brave hearts who fought for the nation. Furthermore, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated that Kargil Vijay Diwas is a symbol of India's pride and saluted all the brave sons of the country who have accomplished their valor in the defense of the motherland. In addition, the newly elected President Draupadi Murmu paid homage to the martyrs and also maintained that all the countrymen will also be indebted to soldiers and their family members. Meanwhile, the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh hailed the armed forces personnel who fought valiantly in the extreme harsh condition to defend the country's territory during the Kargil conflict of 1999. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to visit Gujarat International Finance TCT, India's maiden international finance service, on July 29. Notably, Modi during his visit will lay foundation stone of the headquarters building of the International Finance Service Centres Authority. Prime Minister will also launch NSE IFSC SGX Connect. Meanwhile, it may be mentioned that broker-dealers from India and across international jurisdiction are expected to participate for the trading derivatives through the Connect.
ऑडियो बैलेंस करिए. हेलो 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 ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक चेक चेक. ऑडियो बैलेंस करिए. हेलो 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 ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक चेक चेक.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to visit Gujarat International Finance Tech City, India's maiden international finance service centre, on July 29. Notably, Modi during his visit will lay the foundation stone of the headquarters building of the International Finance Service Centre Authority. Prime Minister will also launch NSE IFSC SGX Connect. Meanwhile, it may be mentioned that the broker-dealers from India and across international jurisdiction are expected to participate for trading derivatives through the Connect. The much-awaited 5G telecom spectrum is about to become a reality. This comes after auction for the 5G telecom spectrum commenced on Tuesday. In addition, Reliance, Jio, Adani Group, Bhartiya Airtel and Vodafone Idea are four major participants in the auction. Notably, the Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi had recently approved the Department of Telecommunication 5G spectrum auction, through which spectrum will be assigned to bidders to provide 5G service to all public as well as enterprises. Meanwhile, India is expected to get full-fledged 5G services by March 2023. In a major breakthrough, the anti-gangster task force of Punjabi police have arrested Deepak Mundi, the last absconding killer of famed Punjabi singer and Congress leader Sidhu Moosewala, near Atari border in Amritsar on Tuesday. With the arrest of Deepak Mundi, the police have arrested all four remaining killers, while Privrat Fuji and Ankit Sirsa were arrested earlier by the special cell of Delhi police. Jagrup Singh, Rupa and Manpreet Singh were killed in two nearly 5 hours long encounter by the Punjabi police in Amritsar on Wednesday. It can be noted that Sidhu Moosewala's father, Balkaur Singh, lauded the work of the police forces while commenting that it was just the beginning and a long fight lies ahead. Sidhu Moosewala was shot in Punjabi Mansa district on May 29. Chinese President Xi Jinping on Monday congratulated Murmu on becoming the 15th President of India. Xi Jinping said that he is ready to work with Murmu to enhance political mutual trust, deepen practical cooperation to handle differences and push bilateral ties forward on the right track. In the congratulatory message, President Xi Jinping pointed out that China and India are important neighbors and a healthy, stable China-India relationship is in line with the fundamental interests of the two countries and their people, as well as a conducive peace, stability and development in the region and across the world. On Sunday, two Indian origin men have been shot dead at the British Columbia resort village of Whistler in Canada. The deceased were identified as Minender Dhaliwal and Satendra Gill. According to sources, the victims were shot in broad daylight while sitting in a car. The police say that one person has been arrested and kept under custody. Earlier, the police also issued an emergency alert for multiple shootings in the city of Langley and asked residents to stay alert and away from the area of the incident. Meanwhile, Langley police in a statement said that they responded to multiple reports of shots fired with several victims and several different scenes throughout the city of Langley. That is all for news now. Thank you for tuning in, and for more updates, keep watching Nltv.
Nltv, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 10 in Global Chapter, and for Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter.